Hello my dear children. So we are back with another video from your microeconomics. So today in this video we are going to discuss the opportunity cost. Okay, so in our previous video we discussed the central problem of the economy, the three central problem, what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. So today we are moving on with another point, opportunity cost. Okay, so as you all know that children, we have been discussing that the resources are scarce, the society is always forced to make a choice. So opportunity cost is the cost of the next best alternative foregone. Suppose you are working in a bank at a salary of rupees 40,000 per month. Further, suppose you have received two more job offers to work as an executive at rupees 30,000 per month and to become a journalist at rupees 35,000 per month. So in this case, the cost of working in the bank is the next best alternative foregone, that is 35,000. So you have chosen to work in a bank. So in order of the choosing that, you need to forgot the other option which was also best for you. Okay, so opportunity cost is that while choosing one, so you have to forgo another. So that the one which you are forgetting or you have sacrificing that was also best for you. That option was also best for you, but the opportunity cost is the cost of the next best alternative foregone. Suppose you have another example. If you go, suppose you have 20,000 in your hand and you want to purchase a laptop and an LED TV. So with this 20,000, the two things we cannot purchase, so you need to buy only one. So you decided of choosing buying a laptop. So then the opportunity cost of choosing the laptop is the cost of the foregone satisfaction from LED. Since you have chosen to purchase a laptop, so you have to forgo the satisfaction that you will get from the LED TV. Okay, so this clearly indicates the fundamental economic condition that as our resources are limited, we are always forced to make choices between alternative commodities. Okay children, so because of the scarcity, so we need to make a choices. So that is the opportunity cost. Okay, next we are going to discuss is the production possibility frontier, PPF. This is also called PPC and PPF. Okay, so what is happening, like, as because of scarcity, like we cannot satisfy all our want. So even if the economy uses its all resources in the best possible manner, also whatever resources the economy is having, its capabilities are restricted due to the scarcity of resources. As a result, everything we want cannot be produced. So we need to take an economic decision. Now that decision will be in the form of choices among the alternative goods and services. Now we need to choose. So as a choices is to be made between the infinite possibility, the economist, in order to make the analysis simple, they have decided that the economy will be producing only two goods. For example, say gun and butter. It can be anything. In this book we have gun and butter. So economists have traditionally first represented the various range of choices, what they have what they call a production possibility schedule, the choices of gun and butter. So what combination of gun and butter, or the what choice, how much gun, how much butter they have produced. So they have produced it in a schedule means in a tabular form. So when this schedule is on the graphically presented, then it is called production possibility frontier, or PPF or PPC. Okay, so if you go to the definition of production possibility frontier, it refers to the graphical representation of possible combination of two goods that can be produced with given resources and technology. So whatever resources and technology the economy is having, with that the whatever two goods the economy can be produced, if that combination of the two goods are presented graphically using x-axis and y-axis, then that is called the production possibility frontiers. Okay, so why only two goods are taken? So the two goods have been taken just for the sake of simplicity and easy understanding. Okay, so this is the reason. So next, moving on to this is our schedule. Okay, production possibility schedule is like this. So next is this is our PPF of gun and butter. Suppose this is a schedule where possibilities are from A to G. Units of gun is this, units of butter is this. Suppose in the economy, so whatever technology or whatever resources the economy is having, if the economy uses all its resources to produce only gun, they want to produce only gun, then maximum of 21 units of gun and no butter can be produced at point A, if you refer to this graph. Okay, children. So on the other hand, if all the resources are used for butter, then maximum of 6 units of gun butter and no guns can be produced at point G. So in between A and G, there are various possibilities with different combination of gun and butter. So when this point A, B, C, D, E, F and G are joined together, we get a curve called AG, curve AG. That AG curve is only called the production possibility frontier. And this AG curve shows the maximum limit of production of guns and butter. So this is our PPF. So basically this PPF is showing the various combinations of the two goods that can be produced given the resources and technology. Okay, children. So this is your PPF. So now next we are going to discuss is the marginal opportunity cost. So marginal opportunity cost or MOC refers to the number of units of commodity sacrificed to gain one additional unit of another commodity. For example, suppose you are consuming 21 units of gun. Suppose you want to consume one unit of butter, then you need to sacrifice 3 units. From 21 you are moving to 18. So you need to sacrifice 3 units of your gun. So that is the MOC. So in order to gain one additional unit of another commodity, you need to sacrifice. Okay, it refers to the number of units sacrificed in order to get or in order to gain one additional unit of another commodity. So in case of PPF, MOC is always increasing. So MOC increasing means more and more units of a commodity have to be sacrificed to gain an additional unit of another commodity. For example, if you want to consume the one extra additional unit of butter, then you need to sacrifice more of gun. So in case of PPF, your MOC is always increasing. Okay. Next we are going to see MRT. So MOC and MRT are same, just MRT is the ratio of the number of units of commodity sacrificed to gain an additional a unit of another commodity. So MRT and MOC are almost same, just MRT is in the ratio form. So MRT is del unit sacrificed by del unit gain. So in the above example of gun and butter, MRT is to del gun by del butter. So in order to gain 1 unit of butter, how much gun you are sacrificing. So if you follow the table, if you follow this table schedule, if you follow the production possibility schedule, so you will see that the 20 units of gun and 1 unit of butter at the combination 1 so can be produced by utilizing the resources fully and efficiently. If the economy decide to produce 2 units of butter, then it has to cut down some production of gun by 2 units. So that is only MRT. Okay. So now we will see the characteristics or the properties of PPF. So PPF have 2 properties. First property is PPF slopes downwards and another is PPF is concave in shape. So this shape of curve is called concave. Okay. So first we will see PPF is downward sloping. Why PPF downward sloping? So PPF shows, as you know, that the all possible combination of 2 goods which can be produced with the available resources and technology. In such a case, more of one goods can be produced only by taking the resources from the production of any other good. So as there exists the inverse relationship between the change in quantity of one commodity and change in quantity of another commodity. That's why. That means if the economy is wanting to produce more of gun, then it need to sacrifice the butter, units of butter. So there exists the inverse relationship between the 2 goods. That's why the PPF slopes downward. Second is the PPF is concave in shape. The PPF is concave because of the increasing MRT. MRT is increasing, MOC is increasing. That's why your PPF is concave. So MRT increasing means more and more units of one commodity are sacrificed to gain an additional unit of another commodity. So in that situation, your PPF is concave. So PPF concave means MRT increasing. Okay, why MRT increases? MRT increases because it is assumed that no resource is equally efficient in production of all the 2 goods. all goods. So as resources are transformed from one good to another good, less and less efficient resources have to be employed. So these raises cost and raises MRT. So in the above example, guns and butter, units of guns sacrificed keep on increasing each time the units of production of 1 unit of butter increases. So if the economy want to produce butter, then the units of gun keep on we need to sacrifice the unit of gun, that rate will keep on increasing. Okay, so the two properties of PPF is slopes downward and PPF is concave in shape. Okay, so now the next important point is where the economy will operate on the PPF. So it must be remembered that PPF does not show the point at which the economy will actually operate. It only shows the maximum available possibility which an economy can produce. The exact point of operation depends on how well the resources of the economy are utilized. Okay, so economy will operate on PPF only when resources are fully and efficiently utilized. So economy will operate at any point inside the PPF if resources are not fully and efficiently utilized. So economy cannot operate outside the PPF as it is unattainable with the available productive capacity. So it means that if economy is operating on the PPF or inside the PPF, then they are called attainable combination. But if the economy can operate outside the PPF, then that is called unattainable combination. So there are 2 points, attainable and unattainable combinations. Now let us clear this concept. Okay children, this is our PPF where we have the point A, B, C, D. These are point on the PPF. Point E is inside the PPF and point F is outside the PPF. So the attainable combinations are A, B, C, D and E. So on A, B, C, D, the resources are optimally utilized, fully utilized on the PPF. And if you see the point inside the PPF E, there is an inefficient utilization of resources. Resources are not fully utilized, but it is also attainable, but resources are not fully utilized. But if you see the point F, then F is the unattainable combination. So with the given amount of available resources, it is impossible for the economy to produce any combination more than the given possible combination, that an economy can never operate at any point outside the PPF like point F. So economy will operate on the PPF like the point A, B, C, D and inside the PPF like E, but the economy cannot operate outside the PPF like point F. Okay, so from there only we have the 2 points, the attainable combination and unattainable combinations. Okay, so after that we can see that PPF and MRT. If you see the relationship between PPF and MRT, so we can measure MRT on the PPF. For example, MRT between the two possible this thing. If you see the MRT between the possibility D and E, then the MRT D and E is equal to DH. If you see this line, DH by HE, isn't it? DH by HE, and between EF and F is equals to EI by. Wait, okay, children. Okay, so this is the MRT and PPF. So we know that PPF is concave shape. The slope of PPF is a measure of MRT since the slope of concave curve increases as we move downwards along the curve. That is, MRT also rises as we move down along the curve. Okay, so PPF, as we move along the curve PPF, the MRT rises because of this situation. Okay, so now the next important point is, can PPF be a straight line? So you have said that the PPF is always concave in shape, but PPF, there are 2 exceptional cases where the PPF can be straight line and PPF can be concave. So normally convex. Normally the PPF is concave in shape, but there are 2 exceptional cases. So PPF can be straight line if we assume the MRT is constant. So when is PPF straight line? When MRT is constant. So MRT constant means same amount of a commodity is sacrificed to gain an additional unit of another commodity. For example, in order to gain 1 unit of butter, we are sacrificing 1 unit of gun. So that in that case, your PPF is a straight line. So it is possible only when we assume that all resources are equally efficient in production of all goods. So this is possible only we have assumed that the resources are equally efficient in all the goods, production of all the goods. In such cases, your PPF will all be a straight line as shown in this diagram, figure 1.4. Next is can PPF be convex? So PPF can be convex to the origin when MRT is decreasing. MRT decreasing means less and less units of a commodity are sacrificed to gain an additional unit of another commodity. For example, in order to gain 1 unit of butter, you are sacrificing only half unit of gun. So in such cases, PPF will be a convex curve as shown in this curve. Okay, so these are the two cases, like can PPF be this straight line and it will be concave. Okay, so it must be noted that both this situation, that is PPF straight line or convex, would only arise as MRT always would not arise as MRT always increases. So PPF is always concave in shape. But these are the two situations. When MRT is constant, then it will be straight line. When MRT decreasing, it will be convex. When MRT increasing, it will be concave. But MRT is always rises. So because of that, the PPF is always concave in shape. Okay. Okay. So you can go through this point also, this thing, children, PPF and your opportunity cost. Okay, so as we have discussed that what is PPF and what is opportunity cost, like opportunity cost of a product is the alternative that must be given up to produce that product. So PPF illustrates the concept of opportunity cost. So PPF is also showing that same thing what opportunity cost is saying. No, children. So opportunity cost of producing more butter is fewer guns. So as we move from point E to F, so if you see in this diagram, as we move from point E to F, the production of butter rises from 4 units to 5 units, but the number of gun decreases from 11 unit to 6 unit. That is, the opportunity cost of 5th unit of butter is sacrifice of the 5th unit of gun. Okay, so like this concept of opportunity cost also shows PPF also shows this concept of this opportunity cost. Okay, so both are showing the same thing. Okay, so this is about their this thing, production possibility frontier.